Hi, Heidi here. I'm back with another haul video. Everything that I'm going to show you here has been bought in the last 6 months, I think. I have got a few clothes to show you, but first I've got a few accessories and other bits and bobs. So first I'll show you these frames that I found. I wanted to find some interesting frames. So there's this one. I can't remember how much I paid for these frames. I think this one was about £3 or £4 maybe. And it's got the black velvet back on it, which is really nice. And this one is plastic and white, but I'm planning to paint it black or maybe another colour, I'm not quite sure yet. And it's just plastic on the back as well. I'll have to be a bit more selective with what picture I put in this because it's oval. So I'll have to be careful with placement on this one. I think this was not even £1, maybe 75p or something. And this one here, this one's really heavy. And it's got these sparkly gem bits. And this is kind of a greyish blue. It's more grey than blue, luckily. But it's a really interesting one. And it's also got the black velvet, and it's even got a ribbon on here as well. I've been having much more luck with finding accessories in charity shops at the moment. And I actually found a pair of shoes, which is quite unusual for me. So they are these ones. These were £5.99, and I've worn these already. They're more occasion wear than everyday wear for me because of the heel. And the only reason I can wear them is because the heel is so wide. I don't really get on with heels otherwise because my foot just doesn't feel stable enough. And unfortunately they are a wide fit, which I didn't realise when I got them. So there is actually a bit of space at the back, but it's not that noticeable, so I'm not too bothered. And they're a size 5, which is my size. But I have quite narrow feet, so a size 5 doesn't always fit the way I need it to. But these are fine. Plain black velvety fabric all the way around, and they've got a little bit of a platform on the front. This pendant, it was labelled as vintage in the shop, so I guess they know what they're talking about. So I would imagine it is vintage, and it's really nice. I've been looking for this kind of style of jewellery at the moment because I haven't got much of it and I would like more. So it's quite a nice, heavy, good quality. I've got a chain that I swap different pendants around with, so it wasn't a problem that it didn't have a chain with it. And this one was £5. These earrings I've been wearing a lot. I can't remember precisely how much they were, but I think they're about £1.99 or £2.99. And they're the same sort of style that I've been looking for, so that's great. And I pretty much only wear dangle earrings. I feel like stud earrings just aren't enough, really. So I always like to wear dangly ones. I find it's very rare to come across nice Gothic style beaded chokers like this. So I was very excited to find this one. And again, I've taken the label off because I've worn it already, but I think it was £2–3, something like that. A short while ago in a charity shop I found this amazing pearl choker with lots of strings attached to it on the front, and I almost bought it, but I was thinking how much am I actually going to wear that? But then I couldn't stop thinking about it and wishing that I bought it, so I found a pearl choker on Vinted. This is one that I found. It was quite difficult to find one that didn't have gold or brass hardware. So it's got these silver attachment bits. I'm not actually sure what the name for this bit of metal is. And it is too big for me, so I will need to adjust it. But that's fine because I kind of want to have the bottom layer doing little loops, well not loops, just kind of hanging a bit like that, so I'll be able to do that. This was £5.10 including shipping and buying fees. And the final accessory was a really exciting find. It's this incredible belt with this really heavy duty hinges on it, and it's quite a thick genuine leather belt, and I wear this low rise because that's the only place it fits me, and it's got this, the only kind of markings it's got on it is this, I think it says Derna. It might even be vintage, potentially. But I am actually thinking of making it so it's a waist belt instead, because I feel like that would be much more versatile for my wardrobe, especially because it's got so much weight at the front. It kind of just flops forward and then the back goes up much further, which is really annoying. So I think I might cut out some of the back, put eyelets in and lace it in the back. So that would make a really amazing waist belt instead. And now, last few things before the clothes. I think I might have mentioned this before, I'm not sure, but I collect fairy and dragon figurines. I've collected dragons since I was about 10, and fairies I've started collecting about 2 or 3 years ago, I think. So I found this one on Vinted. It's actually a Nemesis Now fairy. Still got the sticker on there. And this one's got metal wings, which I've only got one other fairy that's got metal wings, I think. So it's nice to have a bit of variety. And this one, I paid $18.99 for this one, including shipping. And yeah, I really love her outfit. And the next two I found at the same time in the same shop. I think they're Jasmine Beckett Griffiths fairies because they're the same sort of style as the ones I already have, but they don't have any of the stamping on them, so I think they might be a bit newer. But I'm not really fussed if they're not genuine anyway. But this is the first one. She is a bit dirty, I do need to clean her. But dragon fairy wings and a tiny dragon, so it combines both of my collections. And yeah, got the signature stripy tights and coloured bits in her hair as well. And she was £15. And there were quite a few other ones. Someone had obviously donated their collection of them to the charity shop, and I was looking at the other ones, but these two are my favourite, and especially as they were all £10 to £35. I didn't really want to try and buy all of them because that would have got expensive. But yeah, these were the two favourite ones, so I took these ones with me. And they both have been repaired very well, actually. Both of them have had a wing come off, which is quite common with these sorts of figurines because they're so delicate. But they were repaired very well, so that's great. And the second one is my favourite of the two. She's this purple and yellow one, and I love the wings. And this one was £20. And now on to the clothes. I'll show you the stuff that I found in charity shops first. So we have this top here. I have cut the collar out and the label as well, but it was originally from Shein, being as it's 100% cotton, that's not really a problem for me. I will buy fast fashion second hand if it looks like it's actually going to stay sewed together, and if it's not, doesn't feel like horrible fabric, which this one's really lovely and soft. And what I really liked was these drawstrings in the front. I've been wanting something, I've been really liking these kind of drawstring details. I paid £3 for this. I've been wearing this a lot already, so that's always a good sign. This skirt is my most recent find, and I can't remember exactly how much it was because I've already worn it a few times and therefore taken off the label, so I think it was about £4-ish, I think, and it's by Debenhams, and it's a size 12, so it fits me really nicely low rise, and I've actually worn this as a dress as well. I am considering permanently turning it into a dress because I feel like I wear it more, so if I do that then I will probably make a DIY video of it if I end up doing that. It's got this really lovely mesh overlay with the ribbon edged panels here, and it's that really nice thick kind of mesh, and I've got a slight lettuce edge hem on the mesh as well. Oh, and on the underlining, just a slight little wiggle to it. And it is a midi skirt on me, which I don't really tend to like as much, but because this skirt was so pretty, I just couldn't leave it there. And I got this next one because I've been wanting another jumper that isn't a fitted one, because all the other jumpers I have are quite fitted, so I can't really wear them over many layers. So this one is a bit looser. It's actually the brand Silo, which is really awesome because their stuff is quite expensive new, and I've always liked the kind of style that they have with that. So it was really amazing to find it just in a charity shop. And yes, it isn't black, it's kind of greyish, almost got a hint of brown to it, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I still love it regardless. And it is natural fibres, so I could dye it if the mood takes me. I have got some dye and a few things that I'm thinking of dyeing, and they're all grey actually, but I haven't got around to it yet, so I'm not sure if I will. We'll see. With all these raw edges, which I really love. I kind of do that a lot with my own DIY stuff that's in this sort of post-apocalyptic style, and I really like the cone studs all over and the uneven hem. Very much the style I like. And I can't remember exactly how much this was. Again, I've taken off the label and don't know where I put it. So I think it was between £4 and £6, maybe 6, around there. And it says size 2, which I'm assuming is US sizing. I'm not sure what that equates to in UK sizing, but I'm guessing it's around my size. I think it might I think it's supposed to be a bit looser fit. Now we have the last thing that I found in a charity shop recently, and it's this Next top, size 10. And this was on the mannequin when I walked in, so I had to ask someone to get it down for me. I don't really like to just go in and take stuff off mannequins. And again, we've got more mesh with lettuce edge trimming. Actually, those two would go really well together, that skirt and this top. I hadn't thought of that. It's got this lovely V-neck, and then with the ribbons, because they're kind of silvery grey, I could potentially wear this with more cyber outfits as well. Even though it's kind of frilly and romantic, it would still go well with a few of those sort of things because of the colour. This one was £3.75. So I now have 3 clothing items from Vinted to show you. I got this gorgeous cardigan. It's all crocheted, I think. Oh no, knitted, but hand knitted, as the label says, and it's by All Saints, which is, so it, you know, it's really good quality, and it's a size 8. And the sleeves are quite fitted, which I wasn't expecting, but this will be really great for spring and autumn, because it'll be nice over a short sleeve top, but then it'll just give you that bit of extra warmth on the colder days. And I really love this combination of the really loose knit with the kind of ribbed edging down the front and on the sleeves. It's a kind of mohair style yarn, so it's got all these fluffy bits on it. I paid £30.30, including fees and shipping for this. Now, these trousers, I have been wanting a pair of PVC trousers since I was about 14 years old. So it's taken me a whole decade to actually get myself some that are the style that I want and actually good quality. And they are these Punk Rave skinny jeans. And here we are, there's the label. They're a size small. And the person that was selling them, they'd barely worn them, so they're basically brand new. And they did say on the listing that they were more of a 6 to an 8 rather than an 8. And I tend to be kind of like an 8 to 10 on the bottom, just because of my hips. I was slightly concerned that they might be a tiny bit too small, but they fit just fine. Although I would still prefer it if they were low rise. They are kind of just standard mid rise, but I feel like they'd look so much better if they were low rise. So I will keep my eye out for a low rise pair, just in case. I do really like that they've got a zip and a button. I like the look of the zip. And they did have one of the belt loops had come undone, probably because they used the belt loops to pull them up with. You don't do that with skinny jeans. That's how you rip them. I've done that too many times in the past. Oh, and they've got this kind of velvety section on the inside of the legs, so your legs don't grab each other when you walk, which I think is an excellent design detail. Although it does make them look slightly like joggers, which I think is fun. Oh, and the button has got the Punk Rave branding on as well, as do the rivets on the pockets. And I wore these to a concert a few weeks ago. These definitely aren't an everyday kind of thing, mainly because I want to keep them as scratch free as possible, because you can't really avoid PVC creasing and getting little lines on it. So yeah, really happy with these. I'm so glad that I finally managed to get my hands on some proper PVC jeans. And I paid £35 in total for these. I actually got them off Depop, not Vinted. I very rarely buy off Depop now, just because everything seemed to be so overpriced. But I had a good find with these. I'm not sure how much they are new actually. Probably much more because they're Punk Rave. For the final item we have something else from All Saints, and it's this vest. It's supposed to be kind of a hoodie style, like a deconstructed hoodie. So it's got this band at the bottom and then the drawstrings as well. But the way they've done it, I think like, it doesn't look like it's supposed to be a hoodie. So it's really versatile. I've worn it a lot already. And I just really love these huge zips. And you can completely zip off this front section and just wear this bit. And yeah, there are loads of different ways to wear it, which I always love in an item of clothing. And it's got a drawstring at the back to kind of pull it in a little bit. because if I tried to hold it normally it would just look like a scrap of fabric. And this one that I found is a medium, but I wanted one that was a little bit bigger than my usual size, so you have that kind of more of a drapey effect and just more fabric to work with. So there's the label, all things. And this one was £19.80, including shipping and fees. This one was also from Vinted. I just realised, about to film the try-on bit, that I hadn't shown you the leggings that I was wearing. So these I also got in a charity shop. They are originally from Primark. I can't remember how much they were. It'll say on the screen. Yeah, I really like them because they've got this ribbed fabric and they look really cyberpunk. And they're a size small. And when I first tried them on like this, I was thinking, oh no, I'm gonna have to lower the waist, but I can just fold the waistband in and then they sit much more comfortably. So that's everything that I have to show you this time. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you had a favourite item, let me know what it was. If you have any clothing related videos that you'd like to see more of, or if I haven't done any at all and you'd like to suggest them, then let me know. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!